Oh, you got to
Live,
switch.
live,
Don't
live.
mess Lewis up.
I know Lewis will be very upset if you guys are in this order. Hold on, let me drop Frank from the stream and then add him again. There we go.
Much better. Now we all feel nice and cozy.
All is right with the world.
Yeah.
It's time for the pre-show.
Yay!
Let's start the pre-show, not the real show, the pre-show.
I wore my Tomorrowland shirt since it's Tomorrowland Tuesday.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I know.
I like that choice.
Thanks.
One of these pre-shows, I'm going to go, by the light, by the light, by the light of the silvery moon, not the sun, but the moon.
Hello, Val. Yeah, I think we should probably just do like that entire pre-show one day. We should just memorize it.
Yeah,
I got Donald Duck right over here.
What foolishness would you like to see? Yeah. Yeah, Gonzo's the star of the pre-show. Although I do like the safety demonstration that Sam leads. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
So,
all right. Oh, 5 watching. Who are you? Wow. Show yourself.
Over in the Podbean so far, we've got Matt and my mom.
Oh. Hello, Matt and Mom, and hello, Lewis. Lewis, you may have missed it. We were almost in the wrong order on screen here, but I fixed it before you arrived. I didn't want to confuse you. I know that.
Oh, Jeff's in the house.
Hello, Jeff.
And Adam's here.
Hello, Adam.
Is it on? I don't know what "is it on" means. It's on. It's on.
Is it on? We're on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Oh,
so
it's weird. Now, Matt in the Podbean chat says not yet. He says they don't hear anything.
Uh-oh.
What's going on here?
Anyone on the YouTube chat also on the Podbean chat?
I'm going to tell them to please hold. I'm going to have to.
I think your dad is watching us.
Mm-hmm. Hello? Can you all hear us now? Don't worry. This is just the pre-show.
Yeah, this is the pre-show. You're not really missing anything. It's all
This is what this is for.
Yeah, we got to work out the kinks.
Stretch it out. I should sit in the other chair during these.
Okay,
This is very.
I'm doing something crazy.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to end the live show.
Oh, God.
No.
I think what happened is when I reconnected things, it messed up my...
your audio.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back in now, and now everybody's going to have to rejoin.
This is a Parks and Monorails most magical hour first.
It is. I'm usually so much more prepared.
Your dad said they can hear you.
That's because he's watching on YouTube. You can
I know. That's what I was looking
at. Okay.
Helpful.
Going back to the live stream.
Back to the live stream. We walk a tightrope here on the Parks and Monorails most magical hour.
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to make a new one. Okay.
Oh God.
I know. This is bad. We're gonna start it now. We're starting it right now.
I got it. Here we go.
Take 2.
Pre-show time.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to send the link back out.
New link.
Bring in the orchestra of penguins to tune up.
And oh shoot. Well, you know how it is. Okay. We're sending out the new link on Twitter. We're gonna send on Facebook.
I'm deleting your retweet.
Aha.
So that I don't add to the confusion, and I will retweet the new tweet. Y'all loving this behind the scenes as you watch?
Yeah.
This is a little bit of the magic happening right before your very eyes.
We're still on schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Usually don't start the official show until like 9:40. Yeah.
If we're lucky.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I decided to wear a sports-related shirt today because it just felt like it was a day to celebrate sports.
Yes.
With the fact that we're talking NBA on our Monday episode, and then there was some uproar about sports versus Disney fandom.
Right.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Is this? Do we have a new watcher on YouTube?
Oh,
Tracy Glenn.
Hey, Tracy. I see Tracy sometimes on the This and That Wednesday nights.
Hello.
Welcome, you get to see us doing a little pre-show here.
It's our pre-show. We haven't officially started, but we're just welcoming all.
Welcome to all of us.
Or as Val is calling it, our backstage tour.
I think that's very nice.
Here it is.
Over here is our 99-gallon water tank where we run special effects. We'll be heading into our sound stages soon. I'm just trying to keep the MGM theme because I know that's where we're going in like 45 minutes.
Oh, we'll get there.
Planting the seeds,
Yeah,
a little Muppet Vision 3D pre-show, a little old school backstage studio tour.
I like it. It's do you have any slides you can show us, Frank?
So you want to share your screen and do a little PowerPoint?
I'll have something prepared next week.
Okay, good.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
We do need some presentation materials, and it'd be good if you could circulate that before the meeting, please.
Yes.
I just started like doing that like after Jen did it here a couple weeks ago. I was like, I gotta figure out how to do this. So at work, like I'm like starting like I've been showing them like here's guest engagement at Universal City Walk. Here's guest engagement, you know, because I have a staff that will engage guests. And, you know, even if it's months from now and they're just like, and I'm like, I think I'm doing it right. Am I doing it right? I think I'm doing it right.
Can you see my screen?
Like,
we tried this on YouTube Live, so I'm doing it here in our meeting today. You tell them about the YouTube Live.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening to our Diz and That episodes. Glad you enjoyed it. We love them. We love the Diz and That crew.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say if people find their way back to the Podbean, that'd be great. We'll see what happens. I mean, it started now. And
Fingers crossed. Well, if Adam's there, we'll know it's okay.
Adam made it back.
Okay, Adam, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear us now? He's here. I guess he responded, so I guess he can hear.
Okay, good.
All right.
Yeah.
On track, guys. We're doing it.
Okay, cool. So
And your mom can see us on the iPad. So we are perfect.
And Matt is back in the Podbean. All right, we're getting there. We're getting back to normal, guys. Sorry about all the confusion. I tried to do something crazy with like 2 minutes to showtime. It didn't work. I had to rewire my whole setup, and then that screwed up the connections for the show. And
pardon our pixie dust.
Yeah, so sorry. But now we're back, and we can start the show.
Here we are. Is that like an official start to the show, or is it we're still in the pre-show?
No, let's officially start it.
Who's doing the introduction this week? Jen did it last week. Is it?
I think it's you.
Is it me? We coming in? Yeah,
you.
Me. Hello. Welcome to the Parks and Monorails most magical hour. My name is Frank. I'm one half of Dillo's Diz alongside my sister Jen.
Hello.
And next to her in the upper right-hand corner, one member of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast family. That is Justin Monorail. Hello.
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 So happy to be here.
For the next 47 minutes to 1 hour and 20 minutes, we'll be tangenting around all things Disney and Walt Disney World related. So hold on to your hats and glasses.
Yeah. This is the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I'm going to start by saying I miss Sam 2 weeks in a row now.
So the Memorial Day holiday messed up her class schedule. So her class was actually tonight instead of being on Monday. Or otherwise she would have been here. But also, guys, she's having a tough time at work. She came stressed. She was all worried. She wanted to be here again because she feels like loyal to the people who come to the show every Tuesday night. She wanted to be here. And I was like, it'll be fine. They'll all forgive you. Don't worry. I can't make up for the lack of Sam. But also I want to assure Adam she's not tied up in the closet.
Before Adam starts rumors.
She's happy and free. Well, not she's stressed, but she is free doing her class thing. And so, you know.
So this isn't because you guys got out last night and got to go to Disney Springs and do all the things.
It's not because I actually was going to make my background Disney Springs because I was hoping we could start with that discussion.
Before we start, would you guys mind if I brought in a surprise guest?
Oh,
there's a surprise guest. Last time we had a surprise guest, it was Drunk Stormtrooper.
It was.
Today, I have a very exciting surprise guest.
Oh,
I'm not even going to introduce this person. I'm just going to pop them up on screen. Are y'all ready?
Can't wait.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Angela,
What's up? Hi, everyone. How are you?
Angela Dahlgren of the Magical Mommy Monday podcast, and just herself, which people probably know more.
Oh, I kind of heard the ending that Sam's not here,
Yes.
so I could never replace her. But I mean, hopefully, I can try to just kind of ease the blow a little bit today.
Yeah. We were chatting earlier and I was like, oh, wait, we're going to talk about #AlwaysMGM. Maybe you need to come in on this conversation.
Oh, no, seriously outnumbered.
All the Delos siblings are here.
Oh my gosh. The band's back together.
I'm just gonna walk down the street. Go ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway.
That's the last time you were all together, no? Just walking down that street there.
Yeah,
right?
It went very slowly.
Very early in the morning. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
Jeff is very excited you're here, Angela.
Me. Now, I don't exactly know how long I can stay because my kids are being told a story by my mom on the iPad. So it will last as long as the story does.
Amazing. Right. I love it.
You want to get, go ahead, Justin.
Well, I was just going to say, should we start with that discussion then? Since
let's start with the essentials, and you lead it in.
I'll set it up. So the last couple of weeks, we have been all sharing our 5 essential rides, attractions, and shows for Disney theme parks. And this
any essentials you think that you need.
No, not any essential you think of. This is based on the fact that a few weeks ago, Disney sent out a survey
sent out a survey.
I didn't orchestrate. I didn't write the survey. Now, it did have blanks, and I've learned through this process that they were crazy for putting blanks on a survey. But essentially, they said, if you were to come to the park and not everything was going to be open, what 5 rides, attractions, or shows would be essential to you so you felt like you had a complete day in the park? We started with Magic Kingdom. We moved on to Epcot, and now we are at Hollywood Studios, #AlwaysMGM. Would you like me to share the current scoreboard with you based on the votes I've collected?
Please share with us.
Yes, I need to write this down.
Okay. It's so simple.
It's not.
It's very simple.
Just to recap while Justin pulls that up, the Epcot discussion got heated last week because we wanted to include fountains and specific shops.
All kinds of stuff. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I don't have a mic for you.
Hi.
You can talk.
Thank you, Tracy. #AlwaysMGM.
Can't hear you.
No.
What's up,
It's okay.
It's you. You're better than me. Here, do you want to replace me?
Yeah, jump in, Sam.
Justin, it's too hostile for him to deal with right now. He knows what's going to happen.
Go down to Baseline Tap House and hang out.
Yes.
We're talking about this, so I'm sharing the scoreboard.
Oh.
This is not going to be effective without you hearing people.
Yeah, somehow it just doesn't work.
Yeah. So let me do the scoreboard here.
Fine.
So we have tied for first. For a long time, Tower of Terror had 13 votes. I felt like it was very appropriate. But tied for first, Tower of Terror and Rise of the Resistance with 14 votes. So those are the top 2. Then we had Toy Story Mania with 9. We got the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith with 8. Fantasmic and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway with 7. Muppet Vision with 6. Slinky Dog with 5. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run with 3. Also, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration with 3. Star Tours had 2. We had a vote by Kevin, a rogue vote for the Kylo Ren meet and greet. And then the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular got 1 vote. So that's the current list complete. And so it's pretty top heavy at the moment, as you can see. I think if I can just weigh in on what I've seen so far, I think so many people there's still so many people who haven't ridden Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway at this point that's really why it's sitting in the 7 or down there in the 7 spot, basically. So I don't expect it to make a comeback, but it's surprising to see it where it is. If you've ridden it, it's really good. So those are the essentials that we've got so far. So now I'm ready. I'm actually going to update my scoreboard live while we talk about it.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for this? Dun, 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 dun.
Angela, are you ready?
I think I can. You want to get? Go ahead,
All right.
Angela. You go. You go. Who's going? Who's going? Me? You?
Frank, you're going.
I'm going. All right. Here's my 5. So, Slinky Dog Dash is pushing out Rock and Roller Coaster. So, Slinky Dog, Tower of Terror, man, Slinky Dog, Tower of Terror, Muppets, and then I'm gonna go with both Rise and Smuggler's Run.
Okay. Rise and
I did not include Citizens of Hollywood in this.
you could have. That
I
would
could have.
Why? Because they count as a
But
show.
I can't decide between Rise and Smuggler's Run, quite honestly.
The Fountains are a show, Justin.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. Not a show.
So I'm gonna go
ambiance. Sure.
I'm gonna take both Rise ride attractions. Yeah, that's the 5.
All right.
Are you listing them in order?
No.
Oh, good.
It doesn't have to be 1 to 5.
No, I wanted to justify why Rock and Roller Coaster was not going to be in my 5.
I think you probably are in the same boat as me. 10, 15 years ago, Rock and Roller Coaster would have been there for me, but it's a 50-50 shot if I come off Rock and Roller Coaster these days, whether I'm going to be in pain. So
no, and like if I'm tired or exhausted or dehydrated, I mean, Justin, when I rode it with you last summer, in after we spent 11 hours in Galaxy's Edge, I was like, okay, I can't do this ride that much anymore.
that's right. We're getting old. Well, you're getting old. I'm catching up though.
No one can ever catch up to Frank.
For the record, Jeff has got Tower of Terror, Slinky Dog Dash, Toy Story Mania, Muppets, and Rise of the Resistance.
The last time I rode Rock and Roller Coaster was with Len Testa. He was my seat buddy. And he, for the record, is the best person to ride any ride with because he's always telling you facts when you're in line. And so you're always learning something new about it. And I was a little nervous before the ride because sometimes I I don't know what it is about Rock and Roller Coaster, but I don't like being constricted. But it's Len, so I have to play it cool. Even though when I sat, I think near him on Tower of Terror, I screamed the entire time. So he already knew that I was a win. Actually, twice that happened. I screamed the entire time. So I had to keep it cool. So I did the scared laugh instead.
Yeah.
And I think he saw right through me.
Yeah.
So I don't
The
think
scared
that
Deloach laugh. We know it well.
that was it. Yeah.
We know it. We all have it as siblings.
And just for the record, Tracy also, I think Angela needs to know this before she gives hers. Tracy did chime in with hashtag, I guess it's an @ symbol, but I think she meant hashtag always great movie ride.
Yes.
So, sorry, it doesn't.
Agreed.
Disney can't work that kind of magic and bring it back.
Maybe they could if
It's
we
not
spoke
possible.
loud enough.
It's gone. Forget about it. It's in the tail lights, people.
And
sad about
Val said Rise, Tower of Terror, Slinky Dog, Toy Story Mania, Frozen Sing-Along have not experienced Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway yet.
Yeah. And that's what I think is happening. But yeah, I've got Val locked in. I added
cool.
Jeff votes.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm caught up.
All right, Angela.
My turn? Okay.
Yeah.
I've got Tower of Terror, even though I scream on it. Rise of the Resistance, good one. I can't say Mickey and Minnie's because I haven't been on it and tore away a great movie ride. So, but I will go on this.
Move on.
I have a feeling it will be up there though. Slinky Dog Dash, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, Frozen Sing Along, and that's it.
Yep, that's right. Okay.
All right. It's good 5.
Sing Along now has 5 votes.
I'm glad the Frozen Sing Along's getting some love because it's a good show. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Yeah, it is. It is underrated, Frank.
Yeah, thank you.
Just as a side note, Tracy in the chat is a male. So
Did I
think
say-
we've been saying she. We're just going to go with he. I'm just making it clear.
Oh, yeah. It could be my Long Islandese. I don't know.
That's true, because I did hear Reckon for the Reckon.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oof.
I got the allergies upstate New York going on.
Yeah, that's true.
I apologize, Tracy.
I need to go. I will preface this week with that I did not write an entire book report like I did last week for Epcot. So I literally just came up with the list now.
Oh, wow. Off the
But I'm still upset about the fountains last week, and I just wanted to make that known.
Well, your tears can fill another fountain, and we'll move on.
I don't know this story, but I feel like if I ask, it'll be opening a can of worms. So.
Angela, do you feel the fountains in
never mind.
Epcot are essential?
No. Hey, that's not the question. That is.
It's a question now. It is.
The question is,
Very
are
loaded.
the jumping fountains at the Imagination Pavilion a show? And the answer is no, they're not. They're fountains. Is the Fountain of Nations a show? Yes, because they had a whole
come
it was
on.
music. They would actually like time it out, and it was something you would stand and watch because there was actually a beginning and an end. It was a show.
I feel like Jen worked at Epcot, so she's really sensitive to this question.
That doesn't mean that she's right. That does not mean she's right.
The jumping fountains that you walk past, that the kids played in, that one?
That's
That's the one you're talking
They're
about?
The one by
interactive.
imagination,
Yeah, not like on the floor, not the sprinkler pad, basically.
Not
the
that one.
actual
In
jumping.
the Fountain of Nations. That's part of the show?
No,
The
over by
We're talking
imagination.
imagination. The Imagination Pavilion.
Don't you dismiss it, Justin. I hear it in your
It's over
tone.
there. You don't even see it.
Barely remember
The
it.
Imagination Pavilion.
Don't
But
remember
would
it.
you consider a playground a show? It's
That's
interesting.
it.
You would have put Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Playground if it was still in hashtag always MGM. You loved it and you know it.
But
You
I
would
wouldn't-
put it in Animal Kingdom tomorrow.
It wouldn't be on my list at all.
So Jen, what were your top 5 for
Way to bring it back.
Disney's
Nicola.
Hollywood
Anyway,
Studios?
thank God we have a professional with us today.
I don't know
So
about that.
I have Muppets,
Mhm.
obviously. I have Slinky Dog. I put Tower of Terror on there, even though I screamed my head off. But riding it recently, wrote it in January, and it was like, oh yeah, this is good. This
It's
whole
fun.
thing it's a good experience.
It is.
I also put Rise on. And because it counted, I'm adding Citizens of Hollywood.
Oh. Jen showing me up here.
Boom. Does decor count as a show? I mean, it's not decor, they're interactive fountains, and it makes me happy. It's the playground, move, and bring joy. See, Jeff understands. Jeff understands the fountains.
Jeff's taking the Marie Kondo route with the Does It Spark Joy?
Yes, it does.
Thank you, Frank.
You know what else? You know what else moves and brings joy is the lights in the ground over there in Future
I
World.
mean, they do.
That should be essential.
It's not
I
a
should have
show.
put
It would
that
be
on my
on.
list.
It would be on. You don't have to ask for that. It would be on.
Maybe they wouldn't. Again, someone has to be activating these things.
They need
Someone has to
those.
turn on the fountains.
Oh my God. I can't believe we're still talking about that.
And we will continue to talk about it every week.
Oh, you should not have brought me into this.
I just want to sidebar and say Tracy is also in upstate New York, so maybe on the send a message or a DM. Let me know where you're at.
Yeah. Frank is not normally in upstate New York, so
Yeah.
his Long Island-ese is actually what's coming out during his nasally upstate visit that he's having.
Right. Springtime in upstate
So-
New York.
I haven't been able to monitor the Podbean chat while I was updating the scoreboard, but I love the fact that Matt is totally on my side. Matt, you are the man. He says no fountains. Fountains are not shows. And Matt works at Epcot today. Well, not today, but when the parks are open, he's still working at Epcot. And so he says no fountains. And but he did say that he admitted he's never seen the Muppets show. So now I'm
Don't tell Adillos that.
yeah. no,
Just
That's-
saying.
And Jocelyn's in the chat now. Hey, Jocelyn.
Hello, Jocelyn. Jeff understands completely. And you know what, Jeff? I see you. Thank you for backing me up. He also wants to know where Adam is. And Tombstone Josh is also agreeing with you, Justin. So that's what's going on.
We're still waiting.
there.
We're going to be waiting on Adam.
Uh-oh.
The argument is not, are the fountains great and do I love them? Because sure, they've been there.
But do you? I don't think you actually love the ones
I
over
love
by
them.
imagination.
I do love them. I've never tried to catch them in my mouth, but I love them.
I have
mean,
to
I
Google
didn't
this
say
now.
no
I
to
just
that.
am not remembering this.
I don't know if catching them inside your mouth is something anyone does.
People do it. It's time to say goodnight to McKenna.
McKenna.
McKenna, McKenna.
McKenna, what's happening?
I like the makeup.
Show the makeup one more time.
Ooh,
it's pretty.
I like it.
I
McKenna,
never can get a good
McKenna.
wing ever.
McKenna, our founder
McKenna, where's
of the
my?
show. Oh, she says no.
Okay, I see the fountains now.
Bye.
Okay.
Jen, they don't personally spark joy for me, but that doesn't mean it can't for you.
Hey, long
Angela,
line.
you can't look online at something and be like, does that spark joy? You have to experience it.
You're right. I'm gonna watch a video later.
Well,
It's in the pavilion that's home to one little spark. It's gonna spark joy.
It will. It does. It will, and it does.
I don't know how I feel about Figment. That journey, that's a whole nother question. Journey into imagination with Figment.
I mean,
Well,
current day,
Figment,
not great.
Yeah.
Old
Yeah.
school.
Oh yeah. My
Well,
thoughts on that. Yeah. I don't know.
We got through these essentials really good. I think we did great. Third time around, I think we finally figured out.
We're locked in now.
Yeah, except
But it's
wait
all
until
gonna go
next
off the
week.
rail- Yeah, it's all going to go off the rails next week when we do Animal Kingdom. So let's not celebrate too early at this
Jen
point.
and Justin may never have a civil conversation again. It's fine.
No, I don't know. I think Frank will take the reins on
I'm
that one.
hoping Garrett's here next week just for me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to try to make sure Garrett's here next
Yeah,
week.
he's going to have to be here.
Yeah. I may let him just run the show.
We love having Garrett talk about AK.
Yeah. He's very passionate.
Yes.
So Garrett, he comes from a time where there's always been an Animal Kingdom. So
Right.
for him,
It's his nostalgia.
It is his nostalgia. He loves that park. It's his number one favorite park.
Yeah.
So it hurts him deeply to hear Frank say things like, "It is chronologically the sixth park behind Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon."
It is the sixth park chronologically. I don't know what the problem is.
That's a fact, but it's still you use it in a way that makes him feel sad. I really no. I'm. The thing is, the thing about it is, you all know it's awesome, and you don't want to admit how wonderful it is, and you just can't do it because it would take like.
But what have we said that's bad about it?
Oh, that you could leave by noon, and there's nothing to do there, and there's like, yeah. Come on.
I didn't say there's nothing to do. I give you
Oh,
an
you're like,
entire day. I spent Jocelyn. Did I not give
I
the
guess I would
entire
be
day?
Everest.
I would
I had.
spend.
I forgot Everest was even there. What is it?
We totally answered the question last week. We would park our butts at Nomad Lounge because we've never been and spend the rest of the day there. I think that's
After
great.
doing a bunch of things, we did Safari. We did
Ooh,
Flight
that's
of
another one.
Passage, Everest, and then we went to Nomad. That's a great day.
Yeah.
And then I want to go to Sanaa for dinner.
I can't. I just can't. Yeah. See, leaving the park.
That's
not
not
Animal
in the
Kingdom.
park.
For dinner, like after
No,
it
no,
closes.
it's not a whole day. You're leaving.
After it closes,
You're
I
gonna wait
can't-
till 9 or
am I
10
gonna
o'clock for
sit
dinner.
there? Why not? It's
and
Disney.
The amount of reapplication of sunscreen throughout the day because it is just it's soaking off it's just falling off my body.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna agree with Frank. It is
I don't know why.
hot at Animal Kingdom. It's so humid there. It's my only discrepancy with it. It just literally drives me bananas how
myth.
hot it is
It's a
there.
myth that people proliferate. It's not true. I'm gonna go and take some devices to measure humidity and temperature. There is no difference there. It's hot everywhere. It is
Listen,
humid in
Are
Florida.
you sure it's Garrett that feels passionate about Animal Kingdom?
Oh, I
That's
get
true.
upset when people try to spread this misinformation about a fantastic park.
Stand in the middle of the parking lot at Animal Kingdom.
Any parking lot.
I mean,
Go stand in the TTC parking lot. Is it nice and cozy and
I'm
cool?
not gonna do that.
So that's next stream's conveation. What else do we have for tonight? What else are we talking about?
And this whole thing is going to happen again next week.
I can't wait.
Well, well, Justin and Sam went to Disney Springs.
We did. Actually, it was kind of a big day for us. So as I have mentioned, I'm trying to start a little what I'm calling a viary because I don't want to call it a vlog. It's a whole new thing. It's my
diary.
Video diary on the Monday Morning Monorail YouTube channel.
I love it.
The first one being where I went through all of my gear that we use for the podcast, and I decided, it's going to be pretty random. We'll do some things like once the parks open up, there'll probably be a lot of park stuff. But we did take the GoPro and drove all around Disney property yesterday. And we wanted to take advantage before things started actually like picking up and it became a madhouse again. And it was unusual to see everything so quiet and calm and empty. Once you pass the Disney Springs, you just get on property and there's nothing there. They allow you to drive like pretty much you can almost drive all the way up to like the gates, like the parking kiosks, but then they've got security set up and you'd have to turn around. But yeah, I took the GoPro. We got a lot of really good footage of just showing you how crazy it is. Like all the buses, every bus is parked at the TTC right now. And that's kind of crazy to see, just all like hundreds of buses. I was saying if you had like a character bus bingo card, I mean, you could totally fill it up because they're all there. But it's weird, like no monorails going, no Skyliner. It's just
so weird.
Yeah. It's pretty unusual. So we did that. And then we didn't plan on going to Disney Springs, but we were headed out. And of course, Sam and I start looking at each other and we're like, well, we could go to Disney Springs.
No. You're right there.
We brought our mask, we might as well go. So we did. And it was really, I would say I was pleasantly surprised with the experience because everything was very smooth. People tend to be relatively calm. And from what I saw, now I know other people have seen a lot more mask misuse when they've been there. For us, it was more in the 80 to 85% compliant range. But the people who weren't doing it were being kind of jerks about it. Like the cast members we saw that were supposed to be, they're kind of like social distancing and mask enforcement cast members. They're wearing the headsets and then they've got the speakers on their belts like they do like when they're directing traffic going in and out of the parks, And so if they see somebody without a mask, they try to give a shout out and they're like, hey, make sure you got your mask on. You got to have the mask up. And then people are just like, yeah, okay, right. And they just walk on. So there was some of that nonsense going on. Matt says from what he's seen, by the way, it's about 90% compliance because he's been working Disney Springs. So that's good. But also, Matt, when people get close to you, they're probably more likely to put their mask up.
True.
So it's the really bold ones that see security and they're like, what are they doing? So the temperature check's super smooth. They've got antibacterial lotion everywhere. It's a little odd, but I mean, all in all, we got our Disney time in, so it was kind of nice.
Got Disney books, and you went to the boathouse.
We went to the boathouse.
I love the boathouse.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Yeah, what did you have?
So the last time we went, we tried like some of the favorites, like the most recommended stuff. So I wanted to try something a little different this time. So I did try the Yacht Club, which was pretty good. And I tried the lobster bisques. I didn't get that last time. And it was good too. Sam she did oysters, and then she just got a wedge salad because she wanted to try their oysters. And then McKenna got the mac and cheese that has the andouille sausage and the shrimp.
I think I've had that.
I had that as leftovers today. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good leftovers. Now here's something I'm going to share on our podcast on Monday, but while we had a chance to talk to the server, we actually asked her, like, how are you feeling about all this? Like, are you comfortable being here with people coming back? Like how the procedures have been? And she said that, first of all, Gibson's is the restaurant company that owns the boathouse.
Right.
And she said that they took care of them so well while things were shut down. Not only were they still getting paid, they were cooking food for the servers to come by and pick up and take home to their families every day while the boat.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, which she said, now I can't speak for the restaurants, around all the rest of the restaurants, but that's what they did here. And they took very, very good care of us. But she said that she can tell that they care so much about, being sanitary and making sure that people are keeping their distance. Like every other table has a black tablecloth on it, so you can't sit at it. Like it's very, very spaced out. And she said yesterday, for dinner on like a typical holiday, they'd have like 1,000 reservations for a holiday evening. They had 300. So, and that was like for the whole night. We walked right in and sat immediately. So it was a really good experience. It did make me feel better about the things that are going. At least the people who are in charge and putting the policies and procedures in place are really trying to make sure that they're being thoughtful and thorough and taking a lot of care to take care of the guests. And now it's up to the guests to make sure that we're doing our parts too, right? That's the big thing.
Yeah.
So, but that was our experience. It was all good. And it, now I guess starting tomorrow, some of the Disney stuff's opening back up, like World of Disney will be open tomorrow, and I guess Deluxe Burger and some other places. So yeah, it's I guess the hope is that we all stay healthy and safe and things just keep on inching closer back to normalcy. But it felt like a good step for us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Was it weird to like be out in the world?
Yeah, that is.
What is it like? Actually, I do have to head out. My little boy is afraid of the thunder, so I have to go tuck him in. And thanks for inviting me. This was so fun. And I've never done StreamYard before, so this was so new for me.
Welcome
to the StreamYard.
Actually, maybe this was the second time. I might have done it with one other person. But yeah, I hope I get to do this again soon.
Yeah, anytime.
Bye, you guys. Maybe with Sam when Sam's here. Yeah. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Angela.
Yeah. So yeah, and Matt's pointing out that tomorrow Disney's actually going to be presenting their blueprint for opening back up the parks. So that's exciting.
Which they can't announce until Thursday. Let's be clear.
Thursday.
Can't do it.
You'll have plenty of time for an instant reaction, hopefully.
Yeah. Does he have any insight? Does Matt have any insight on what's going to be in it? What's in the presentation? Did you see the PowerPoint of that?
Did they circulate that?
Did they circulate it?
I haven't opened up the phone lines yet because we had a lot of stuff going on here, but I am going to go ahead and do that because I know Matt was going to call in this week and update us on what he's seen at Disney Springs.
Okay.
So maybe he can give us his perspective. So Matt, feel free anytime you're ready to call on in. Plus, he didn't share his Hollywood Studios essentials yet. So
that's true.
Left us waiting. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that it's all about, like I said, it's all about compliance and guests doing the right thing, right? At the end of the day. And Matt's here. Matt called.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Matt.
Hi.
What's up, Matt? How was your first week? How was it going through it all? Tell us everything.
Actually, it was pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Coming in, everybody's wearing their mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a problem. It's when people walk around and, it gets hot or, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They take the mask off and we try to enforce it as cast members, but people are going to do what they want to do.
Is there a point where, I mean, is it really right now just like the guidance and I know you're not the one that's like walking around checking for masks, but do you know if the guidance is really just to, like, if they see it, remind people, give them like a gentle reminder, and then that's all you can really do?
Yeah, that's pretty much what the policy is right now, unless they get angry and belligerent about it.
Okay. And then it's time to go. Yeah.
Then we take it up to management and all of that, and they deal with it.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I actually expected to see much less compliance than what I saw. And, I was a little bit surprised too, is I would see groups of like 6, 7, 8 people, and there would be one person who had their mask just pulled down, and I was like, what? You're like, everybody you're with is doing it.
Mm-hmm. Just do it.
Yeah.
What would you say the crowd was? Either one of you, compared to like a normal crazy day, would you say it was 25%, 50 more of the usual crowd?
What do you think, Matt?
I'd say probably 25-30% maybe.
Yeah, for us when we got there yesterday, it was probably around 3 or 3:30, 4 o'clock, sometime in that. It was about 3. That's right, when we got there. And I've been there on days where it like is so frustrating to try to walk around, especially like as you walk towards the House of Blues side and the corridors are a little skinnier, where it's just people everywhere. It seemed to me like if it was 20%, that was the highest I think I saw it. It may have been a little lower than that from what I could tell.
Yeah, I'm sure without the resort guests there, it's significant.
Are they capping? Like, I mean, is there, Matt, is there like a number where, and I don't know, drag racing is happening down my street. I don't know what's going on. But is there like a, you're calling it if it gets too crowded at some point, or is? I
think basically what our cap is once the lime and orange garages fill up.
Oh, okay.
And are they doing every other parking space? Or no?
That's the only 2 places for guests to park right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that would kind of naturally help to like gauge the capacity and how many people are there versus the orange garage when we were there. Like it was, I mean, there were hundreds of spaces like available in the garage. Mm-hmm. It was pretty open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're not worried about that parking every other spot, right, or anything like that.
No,
Right?
they're not doing that.
Because it's late. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were doing in the beaches up here this weekend. Is parking was every other spot as they opened them. So I wasn't sure if they did something like that there as well. Tracy had mentioned that rumor was Homecoming was not as accommodating as Boathouse, and Jeff is saying that's my fear. If there isn't strict enforcement, compliance will plummet, especially after the parks open. So,
yeah,
I mean, I think as the parks open, it's going to get harder to really.
Do you think in the parks though, there's going to be more insistence on compliance? Like that's one of the things that I was kind of thinking about. Like, is that considered almost more of a private space than like Disney Springs is almost public, even though it's not?
Right.
There's third parties there and stuff. So I don't know. That's kind of what was going through my mind.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just being hopeful.
So Matt, what do you think they're thinking in terms of opening? Do you think they kind of want to see what Universal is going to do, or do you think they'll be around the same time frame?
I think it's probably going to be maybe a couple weeks after Universal.
Yeah.
Because Disney's smart. They'll watch what's going on and adjust our stuff from what Universal does right and does wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They definitely want to wait it out.
Because they pulled the operating hours off the website through mid-June or something like that for the parks. So I guess that's a possibility. I mean, I've just like baseball, I'm like, well, baseball's going to come back 4th of July weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if Disney came back 4th of July also, but that seems like perhaps the wrong weekend to start having people descend upon the theme parks.
With no fireworks shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Matt, have you heard any stories from your coworkers, colleagues, like what's kind of the feeling amongst your peers that have gone back to work and kind of trying to make sure that everything is going well and people are safe at Disney Springs?
Everybody's pretty much having a good time about it. We really haven't had any off the wall things except for the obvious lady at Cooks of Dublin. And I was working during that. I didn't respond to it, but I was there.
I would like to know, and maybe you don't know, but like, what was their story? Like,
from what I understand, it was a religious dietary thing. I don't understand why they brought in a grill.
Yeah,
but I don't.
So basically,
I heard.
Okay, so they would say like maybe the restaurants didn't have anything that met their requirements. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any religion that says you're allowed to carry a grill and grill wherever you want to.
Now, Matt, I have a standing George Foreman grill that plugs in, can be indoor, outdoor. Can I bring that? What's up, Zippity Doodad?
That's funny.
Only if you cook me up a couple burgers.
All right, fair enough.
Lean, mean, fat busting machine.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got one of those too. That's what we were saying. Like, maybe you could get away with that. It's not an open flame. I mean,
True, it's not.
Long Island Frank said you'll burn your foot on it. That's right. Don't be trying to cook bacon beside the bed because you'll burn your foot on it.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad that so far your experience has been that things are going well, and I hope it continues that direction. I get what Jeff is saying. Like, if without strict compliance, are people just gonna, be like, well, it doesn't matter. Like, they're not wearing their mask. Why do I have to? I hope that instead we see a trend towards more people just doing it, because why not? I mean, and
Yeah.
and then as we get into the parks, it gets better as well. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen when Universal opens up its gates and how they enforce and everything. It'll be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I'm guessing we'll probably start the middle of June. My wife's saying beginning of July.
Yeah.
So,
They probably have to, ease into the 4th of July weekend. Probably they'll probably do a soft kind of thing. Probably because Universal's going like day 1 will be this and day 3 will be this and then day 5. Hello.
Yeah.
I feel like Disney will do a longer period of time to ease in.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would agree.
Cool.
Well,
But
Matt,
yeah.
are you ready to share your essentials for Hollywood?
Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right. Have to have Tower of Terror.
Oh yeah.
Star Tours.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Both rides in Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
All right. Star Wars heavy.
And Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
You could use that last vote to go visit Muppets for the first time.
I could.
Maybe you'll get into it, Matt, once the new once the new Muppets improv show there starts in July. Maybe that'll spark you into the Muppet Vision 3D finally.
Yeah.
That did sound very reassuring.
I like the Muppets.
See? Well, then you'll love Muppet Vision 3D.
We're counting out the tally marks here. So Tower of Terror is up to 20 votes. Rise of the Resistance is up to 19. So I still think it's pretty top heavy here.
So this is the first time Tracy's getting back into podcasting. So he's checking us all out tonight. But clearly he already said Muppets are the best. So we know he's in.
We're good.
You're in then.
Yeah. We're all good.
We are the epicenter of the hashtag Save the Muppets movement.
Yes.
Correct.
And I take full credit. We collectively, I think, deserve full credit. If you see hashtag Save the Muppets on Twitter or social media, we started that. We did that.
It's all this.
2 years ago, almost. We started.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and I want to solve 2 things real quick.
Yep.
Number 1, mountains are not an attraction. I don't care. Period.
Good night, Matt. It was so great talking to you. Bye. Your connection's breaking up. I can't hear you so well.
Number 2, Animal Kingdom is not a half-day park.
Absolutely not.
It is a quarter day. So if it's open for 12 hours with early magic hours or things like that, 25% of your day.
I could spend all day at Animal Kingdom and not have a problem with it.
I mean, you could. There's nothing wrong with a whole day at Animal Kingdom. And we would too. We would be hanging out in Nomad for most of it.
I love it, Matt. You and I are on the same page here, and that's making me feel good because I was feeling extremely outnumbered for a while.
I got your back.
Yes.
Matt, Jeff was really happy that you followed him on Twitter, but now that he's made that comment about the fountains, he's having other feelings.
What is the deal? What's the deal with fountains? No, Matt, I think you can agree with me. We can appreciate a fountain.
Absolutely.
Sure. They're great.
Yeah.
There's not a show.
The fountains in the Italy Pavilion.
Not a show.
Beautiful fountains. Not a show.
That's not the same.
That's not the same.
a replica of two different. No,
No.
that's not the same thing as
Hey,
the
people love
imagination
taking pictures of the fountain in France. Not a show.
and not a show.
Not a show. Not
Yeah.
the same either. I enjoy a nice picture there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, is that the spot where McKenna and Jocelyn shared a hug in a photo? Is that spot?
It was in World Showcase. I don't think, because that would have been over by Remy. I'm trying to remember it where they got their hug photo. It happened. I mean,
I know.
in every country, as far as I know.
I mean, I think now you're
Lewis
just trying
is saying about AK. 1 day for Everest, 1 day for Pandora in Africa. You're not getting me 2 full days. I could be there for 30 days. I'm not going 2 full days to Animal Kingdom.
Oh, Jocelyn said it was in the France Pavilion. So.
See my memory.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, I'm going to need you to call in because I don't think you are very happy about our answer to your Q&A on Thursday. So I'd like you to call in to discuss. Thanks so much.
Well, Matt, do you have any final words for us for the week?
No, if you're going to be at Disney Springs, I'll be there all week too.
Yes. #find Matt.
#find Matt.
#find Matt.
Yeah, we're going to start that one up now. All right.
Cool.
Good talking to you, Matt.
All right, you too. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Tracy wants more Walter. And listen, I love the Jason Segel Muppet. I just why couldn't they follow through after that? Why?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great. Hey, we don't have to wait for Adam anymore. He has arrived, and I did allow him to connect. So here he is.
Oh, there we go.
Is that you hanging up on me? Like a couple minutes ago?
I tried. I might have clicked the wrong button just now, but I'm okay.
3 times.
3 times.
No. If you did, I don't know if you actually did call in before. I've not. Admittedly, I've had the Podbean chat hidden because I've been looking at Facebook and Twitter trying to update my stats. And, just causing a ruckus, trying to start a Diz Twitter fire like
That's
everybody.
right.
I put you guys on the YouTube on my computer, and everyone looks very pretty today.
Oh,
For
Adam, thank
5
you.
minutes,
Even as I've been trying to dig my eyelash out of my eye for most of this episode, has that been going well?
for the first 5 minutes, you guys were all frozen, and I thought something was wrong, and then I realized pause.
Nice.
What's going on? What's on your mind, Adam?
I'm just trying to figure out what fountain I'm going to go with for my top 5 here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll make a fountain list. Why don't we make a list of essential fountains?
Well, Adam, if you're thinking of one for studios for your list, right in front of Muppet Vision 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. So my 5 would be the Fountain, Pizza Rizzo, the Muppet Store, the obviously Muppet Vision. The
Great moments in history.
No, the Muppet Store. What's the other Muppet? Oh, Gonzo's Royal Flush, the bathroom.
Better than the Tangled bathrooms. That's right.
Now, as a former cast member at #GoEasMGM, I did enjoy Gonzo's Royal Flush as a go-to public restroom, but that was long before. Then I felt like other people discovered it, and that was it.
Yeah.
Did you even have a name tag?
I had a name tag for a little while. One name tag is at Mom and Papa Dilla's house in the cabinet. And then I got a second one for the 25th anniversary that I don't know where that went.
But, I mean, you didn't really wear one daily.
No, I know. I think I could probably count on one hand
one.
the amount of times I wore my name tag.
Right. Because, I mean, if I went to public restrooms, I just took the name tag off and then
snapped it. No, I didn't have to. I barely wore what I was supposed to wear when I was a cast member.
Right.
Adam, did you already vote on your real essentials, or is that really what you're going with?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I wanted to do it live on the show with you guys.
Yes,
do it. On air.
Do it now.
By the way, did you know that the YouTube is a little delayed from the podcast?
We have heard that. Mm-hmm.
My mom struggled with that last
3
week.
minutes.
Yeah.
We've experienced it live.
Mama Dillo has mentioned some things.
But the great advantage, Adam, is while you're calling in right now, if you listen to the audio on YouTube, you can crack yourself up or agree with yourself. What do you want to do?
Exactly.
It's like having a best friend. Who's you?
All right, Adam. What are your real essentials?
My real essentials are Muppet Vision 3D.
Obviously.
That's one. This is hard because I don't really care that much about anything else. Slinky Dog Dash is 2.
I love it.
Probably Indiana Jones. It's Sung Spectacular is 3.
All right.
That's the second vote for that one.
Adam, that vote is skewed because you were watching the movies the other day, I think.
That's
feel
true.
Like that got you into it.
When you should have been watching Tron and Tron Legacy, you were live tweeting Indiana Jones for some reason.
Just called you out, man. Called you out.
You're like, when I forgot. I've only been live tweeting the Indiana Jones saga for the last 8 hours.
But they're like good movies. Like I hear the Tron movie, like allegedly, is not good. The new one. I saw the old one a couple months ago at this point, and it was whatever. I don't even know what I was watching, but I don't know. I'll watch the new one.
I say you should decide for yourself. Give it a shot.
The Indiana Jones movies are like so good, though.
Well,
especially Raiders. Oh my god!
And then Crystal Skull happened. I'm not a fan.
Is that the fourth one?
Yeah, that's the fourth
That's
one.
like my favorite.
But
I'm joking.
I was so mad in the theater. Honestly, like it was close to Star Wars mad in the theater when I saw Crystal Skull because I was sitting there watching it, and as I realized what was happening, I was like, "Are they really doing aliens? Is this really going to be aliens?"
Well,
so mad.
Oh, this is a rabbit hole, man. But I mean, my only problem a true problem. Obviously, it didn't feel the same anymore, and I feel like that was purposeful. But my only problem for 3/4 of the movie was Shia, and then I just thought the CGI in the climax of the movie was so bad that I was like, you could have probably done something cooler, and it would have felt a little salvaged. But you went with the cheap CGI in a Raiders movie, and I felt like I got cheated out of something.
Yeah. You got 2 more though, Adam. You know that?
The sad part is that what's her face, that the villain, they did not utilize her very well.
Right, Kate Blanchett's character, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got like a multi-Oscar nominee winner, and like playing some German person. I don't understand.
Was she German or Russian?
I don't remember actually.
She's German. She's German.
She was German? I thought she was Russian. No,
you're always the bad guy.
I'm just skewed. I just remember people were like calling her like Boris and Natasha. That was what I remember.
Oh, maybe she was Russian. I don't know. Maybe she's Russian.
I thought because of the whole nuclear bomb thing that led into the whole atomic testing thing that led into the Cold War.
You're right.
What were we talking about? Adam has 2 more essentials.
2 more votes.
I'm just trying to vote. Just keep this going even further, right? Because I like the show, and I wanted to talk about something else, but we're probably not going to get to it.
No, you always close things out here, Adam. So we have to wait on you.
We do have Jocelyn on deck, so Adam.
Adam, you gotta get to it, man.
I got 2 more. I guess Slinky Dog. It's really good.
Did we already vote for Slinky Dog? No. Okay.
I don't think I did.
All right, that's fine.
I think you did.
I think you did. Slinky Dog, Indy.
Muppets.
You got 2 more.
Oh, I got 2 left.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna say Star Tours.
Yeah.
As long as I get like a good scene, a good sequence.
I'll personally guarantee it.
Thank you. And then Rock and Roller Coaster. I'm not the biggest fan of Tower of Terror, so I always put Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, I got it. And Star Tours isn't getting a lot of love on this, so I feel like it's good that we get some votes in on Star Tours.
It's up to 4 now, but it's still like in the bottom portion of the scoreboard here. I've got to rearrange things. I've just been my tick marks are all over the place. I may have given like 10 extra points to Slinky Dog. I don't know, and maybe like a gold star to Toy Story Mania, and who knows.
We're getting a lot of support for Russians. It's Russians as the villains in Crystal Skull.
Whatever.
Sure. He was Russian. If it came on Sci-Fi right now, you turn it on and watch it. Don't kid yourself.
Me?
Yeah, you would. Come on.
I would rather watch the original, not the original, but I'd rather watch the Shia LaBeouf or Transformers movies than Crystal Skull.
Oh God, I couldn't watch another Transformers movie after the first one. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
I don't care if Shia was in it or not. I was done with those movies.
Val, Irina Spalko. That sounds German to me. I don't know.
And like, yeah, and there was stuff about it that I don't want to get into it. Because now I'm thinking of scenes and I'm like, that could have been. Oh, yeah. Anyway,
Adam,
what do we?
Adam, what was the other thing that you wanted to get to?
Yes.
I don't know.
We don't have time.
All right. You save it for next week, Adam.
I will.
We need you to
Write
call
it
in.
down.
We need the streak to resume.
We'll actually, I think, have more information about.
Yeah,
the
it's
park,
true.
So that's good.
Yeah, we'll have another Adam appearance, and maybe we'll get to the heart of this thing. It's going to be a cliffhanger. What did he really want to talk about? So, but it's always good to hear from you, Adam.
Please give my best to Sam and to the children and all of the other mamas and the papas, Dillos and the monorails.
Yep.
And I had a joke. So Sam had, drag racing in the background of her video or her audio. That was Papa Dillo. He had to get home.
Well, accurate.
It's true. That is
And
true.
hopefully we can get them on this program at some point.
That would
I
be
know. I gotta work on it. I'll
That'd
work
be
on it.
true.
I mean, at the very this is Papa Dillo's bedtime. I mean, he's not awake, but Mama Dillo,
Mama Dill pie.
she's partying until 1 a.m. So you
Oh
know.
yeah, she's watching boxing.
Yeah,
Up late watching boxing, like the
that's
old
right.
Grandma and Carousel Progress.
Give him a lift, you big lug.
All right, Adam.
Bye,
Thanks, Adam.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Hi,
All right, the lines are open. Jocelyn, it's your turn.
Jocelyn.
I'm trying to. I hate to be this way, but I can't manage multiple calls. First of all, it gets crazy, but second, I forget people, and
All right, you take your time.
I'm old. I can't handle too much, and people are wearing me out lately.
Justin and I have totally role reversed.
Yeah, I'm
I
old.
think
and
so.
grumpy.
There's a lot coming from Justin tonight.
I
There's a
figured out
lot.
what you were doing after a minute. It's fine.
I'm losing
I
my
know, I
hair.
was just teasing you.
Losing my hair, Jocelyn.
Hi, Jocelyn.
Hey, Jocelyn.
It's fine. And what hair we have is gray. So, it's good.
Grays have been coming out a lot this quarantine.
Don't-
Hi, Jocelyn. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I think you have Mackenzie too.
Hi, Mackenzie.
Hi, Mackenzie.
Hey, Matt just brought up a point, and I want to ask this to this crowd. Does anyone know who Cole Trickle is? Does
Yes.
anyone get that reference? You do, Jocelyn?
Yes.
Okay.
So does Mackenzie
Oh,
from Days of Thunder.
there you go. It's Tom Cruise, Days of Thunder. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
We've actually went to Charlotte and saw that car at the museum.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie actually, like when I was a kid, because I was huge into Top Gun and I thought Tom Cruise was so
Mhm.
cool. So then Days of Thunder comes out and I'm like, maybe NASCAR is cool. I decided, not for me. It's not for me. That's
Yeah, it's not for me either. No. Agreed.
Val says hi to Jocelyn and yay, Mackenzie. Matt, I didn't tell you that Val and Lewis said hello as well, so my apologies, but I just wanted to transfer that since I know you're still listening.
all the.
I like to make sure all the messages are conveyed.
Oh yeah, that's our job. Too bad we can't
Jocelyn,
hear any chats.
I
You-
know.
Jocelyn,
Mhm.
I think I got myself in the middle here. I don't even know what to do.
You're not. Don't worry.
there's no middle.
Oh,
You're in a safe place.
this is a
Safe.
safe.
Oh, yeah, right.
Jocelyn, you're
Oh, I
with
need to
family.
find a safe place after this.
Jocelyn, did you not like our answer to your question? You submitted a question.
Good night, Tracy.
And bye, Tracy. You submitted a question, and I want to make sure we answered it accurately. And if you feel as though it wasn't a good answer, or we did not appropriately answer your question, I don't want to let that go. I want to make sure we
I think the biggest issue was the whole spending most of the entire day at Nomad Lounge.
Yup.
but we're in Animal
I
Kingdom.
feel like we could have done a little better.
I can put a drunk stormtrooper seal of approval on that day right now.
Well, okay, so Justin and Jocelyn, what else do you think we should do in that day?
Well, first of all, I'll just jump right in. You, Jen, did not even mention the Lion King show, and you haven't seen it. No, you didn't.
Oh, she did.
I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah,
She mentioned it. She mentioned it later in the conversation.
I said, and I
walking to the park and sat at Nomad's Lounge all day. Jen at least did the safari, said she would actually give the Lion King show a try for the
But
first
wasn't that
time.
like an afterthought? It was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's the Lion King.
No, that was on my list. It was an afterthought for Frank because he was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I said it was on my list because I said everyone is very upset I haven't seen the show, so
Right.
I have to see that.
I got confused. It upset me.
Boom.
Okay.
So I did Safari and
was
Everest
wrong.
and Flight of Passage and Lion King. That's a lot. I deserve to sit back and relax the rest of the day in Animal Kingdom.
No, you don't.
Well, and you kind of left too, Jen.
Yeah.
And to go eat at the Animal
I think
Kingdom
I'll go
Lodge.
later
So I'm
Dinner after later.
a little.
You're not getting off the hook here. You're not getting off the hook.
Yeah, but we're still waiting. Please tell us what we
Yeah,
missed.
what
All the
else?
exciting things
That's
that we
right.
have to go see.
Well, I just think Pandora in itself should take a little time, and then you do both rides there. I think you have to try some of the food. So I just think that's going to take some time. Yeah, the pineapple lumpia, that'd be delicious.
The pineapple what?
Lumpia.
What is that?
Yeah, that's that pongu or however you say it.
Is that like a Dole Whip?
No, it's like a pineapple cream cheese egg roll.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I'll have that.
Mhm.
It is actually really delicious.
Yeah.
Let's see. Frank should buy himself a Banshee. Right?
I mean, I
would be a
consider
good
it.
look. Yeah.
You can actually get yourself turned into a Navi.
Well,
True.
Lewis and Val have listed off a bunch here. Collie
Every
River
ride
Rapids.
in Animal Kingdom, by the way.
I enjoy. I know a lot of people do not like to get wet on rides in general, and rapids rides are sometimes the worst case. I mean, I would be tempted, but every time I go, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it this time. So the fact that I really like rapids rides, and I don't care.
It should tell you a lot, the fact that two of my least favorite Walt Disney World attractions are in the Animal Kingdom, and I still think it's an amazing place. Primeval Whirl is, you could get rid. I never need to ride that again. I did it once with Nate and Serena recently, just because I was like, "Hey, we're together we're having a good time," and then I hated myself afterwards. Kali River Rapids, Lewis, I'm surprised you even listed. Dollywood's River Rampage is way better than the Kali River Rapids. There's no reason. Every park you ever go to has a River Rapids ride. So, you don't need to ride Kali River Rapids. So that's not a unique experience, but I think the problem that you all have is you've got this mentality of going ride to ride, and that's not what it's about at Animal Kingdom. That's not how you do it. I mean, first of all, you've got the nature trails, but have you
have the experience? Yeah.
But have you ever gone to like Rafiki's Planet Watch? No, you haven't. Neither one of you. Exactly. Like, that's the whole thing. That could take you like an hour and a half probably of your day. Like, you ride the train over there, you can do the animation experience. It's really awesome. And then you've got like it's a petting zoo, but it's still cool. And then you come back. I'm not trying to start you up petting. I'm not trying to tell you, but the train, honestly, the train is like worth it. Like doing riding the train over there and seeing like behind the scenes of the safari, and it's very, very cool. And I would argue that if you're not doing like at least one or two of the nature trails, then you're not doing Animal Kingdom right either, because you've got to like slow down. And don't tell me you could go over to the Bronx Zoo. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear it.
I mean,
it's a different kind of thing. Hey, Frank agrees. The train ride to Planet Watch is fantastic.
You tell me why nature? I'm not paying $120 to go on a nature trail. I'm not doing that. I'm paying $120 to go on Flight of Passage and then get out of there as quickly as possible. That's
if you do it, yeah, okay, exactly.
Jocelyn, what else should we be seeing besides everything that Lewis and Val listed? I don't want to take away from that.
You want to go play the playground?
Yeah, play on the playground.
Oh, geez.
Do you
Is
guys
that
not-
an attraction?
you
is
guys
the
not- no, it's
playground
not.
an attraction?
We're not listing it as an
Is
essential.
it essential?
Nope. No one said that. But are you hating on Kenzie's suggestion right now? Because that's pretty. Come on now, Jen.
I would never hate on anything Mackenzie said.
Exactly.
So
You-
I'm pointing out that you were saying like, oh, our playgrounds is set. Like there was that whole conversation. I would happily hang out and play around and dig around or whatever you do in that playground. Did you see what Long Island Frank said?
Oh, the Bronx Zoo is actually really good and very similar to the train to Rafiki's Planet Watch.
Give me a break. Anyway, there's so much of what he says that I can't take seriously. There's a long list of problems with things that Frank says.
Boy band battles for life.
It's not just that. That's only the beginning. If you think Jen and I disagree on a few things, let me and Frank talk for a while.
There's some good takes. I feel like we're not doing this justice.
Well, I was gonna like the Upbird show is cool, but they do the parrot, the macaw show in front of the Tree of Life, which is cool. But do you guys are you not fans of Dinosaur? You don't like Dinosaur?
No,
I mean,
it's fine.
Whatever.
It's not. I mean, it doesn't. I don't find it as thrilling as some people do. I don't find it scary like some people do. I don't find it like
It
a
never
great dark
works.
ride.
It hasn't worked for as long as it's been there.
It hasn't worked the way we feel it should work. It doesn't do the trick. Let's put it that way.
Jocelyn took a shot at the Skyliner while we were at it.
Why not?
I just think Jen was getting confused. I wasn't working, or, I'm just making sure.
All right, let's just, for people joining us for the first time, we like the animal kingdom.
Yes.
We look forward to a time where we can enjoy the animal kingdom more. We expect that years from now, we will get to a place where we will be nostalgic about the animal kingdom.
I mean,
For the
we
kids.
will enjoy it more for the kids.
For the monorails, you will come with us there. You're gonna have
And we're going to have a great day. You keep saying that you and Sam are like, we want to take you for a whole day. Do it. I will have an amazing
You will.
time.
And
And I
you
won't be like, oh, I got to do that next time.
And you know that 5 hours of that day will be at the Nomad Lounge drinking. You know it will.
2 maybe
Too.
at most, and then
I think your kids are going to change your mind too.
Right. I agree.
I think that's
So Josh, he loves the animal kingdom.
That's right.
And he's a Universal guy.
That's right. That's right.
not to
Oh.
zoo. Hashtag not to zoo.
Frank says it's very nostalgic for him, which is
Well, he's
surprising, Long Island Frank.
He's a baby.
It's a baby.
He's a baby. And while we're at it, Frank, I'm very sorry that you dropped your food at Costco, but I had to make a joke at your expense.
Oh, I see where this all
Listen,
stems from now.
Listen,
Okay.
I have done the exact same thing with that exact same taco kit thing, except I did it in the Costco parking lot. And it's so depressing when that happens, which really means if this is happening to multiple people, Costco,
There's a problem with that container or something.
do something with that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Piece of tape, something.
So a little something.
Mackenzie, I wanted to say thank you so much for my bracelet. I
Oh,
love
I'll
it.
wear them.
Next week. Mm.
I forgot to wear them.
We were
Did
all
you
going to wear them tonight, and
We
everybody.
failed. We all failed.
Yeah,
But we got you. I got
You
mine
know-
with me.
she picked the perfect colors for me. Those
She knows
colors.
you.
Those colors are my high school colors.
Ooh.
Yeah. How did she know that?
Mm.
How did she know? She's just
She's
good.
good like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I do love it, and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm wearing it, but I take it off, and I don't want to get it wet and stuff. So I'm not wearing it all the time, but I definitely wear it when I can.
Mhm.
Well, and Lewis has talked about Everest being one of the first roller coasters he could ride and doing it over and over again. Hey, we like Everest. There are
I love
things
Everest.
in the animal kingdom that we really like.
Yeah. There's nothing we don't like.
I don't think you can say there's nothing you don't like.
I don't like being so sweaty when I'm there.
Wow.
That's what I don't like.
I don't like you being sweaty when you're there.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
I'm gonna double up on deodorant on Animal Kingdom Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, I know, like, I'm not trying to take over any of the next Jocelyn meetup days. I just think we could make some pretty good memories for the Dillos if we did spend some time in Animal Kingdom. But if we don't, that's
Oh, for
okay.
sure.
That's okay. Maybe Epcot will be like opened up and we can enjoy Epcot together, and that would be good.
Yeah, well, you and I, we'll plan of it. Don't you worry.
So somebody mentioned, I guess it was Nate and Serena.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear you coughing every time. You go to mute it and you cough.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me now.
Sorry,
I don't know what's happening. I tried. Sorry. Okay.
Was there some news today that came out about the Spaceship Earth refurb, or did I miss it? Or they mentioned it in their tweet.
Oh.
I know today, was it today that was supposed to be the official closing of Spaceship
Yeah,
Earth?
yesterday was supposed to be the final day that it was to be open. And
Okay. So that's why people are talking about
yeah.
it.
I mean, I think they're gonna hold off, I think.
Yeah.
And when they reopen, it'll get some time. It's gonna get backburned, I believe.
That's saying it shows on the app as closed for refurb. That's interesting. Check.
Okay.
That's kind of wild, but
maybe that's why. Not as much as the whole whatever that, I'm not gonna mention its name, with the adulting and Disney thing. I mean, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that kind of conversation.
I am too. I have one thing to say about that, and it's like, why can't people just like what they like? Why do we have to give people a hard time for liking stuff? Like, I don't get it. If it's not hurting you, it's not breaking any laws. It's actually a positive thing. Like, why can't people just if people love sports, who cares? If people love Disney, who cares? Like, what does it matter to you?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah, we all have our things. And like, again, I've had several people tell me in my life that, like, we can't believe that all the things that you loved when you were a kid, like, has carried you. You held on to all those things. You didn't let them go. You didn't let how people judged you get in the way. You didn't let, your own insecurity or anything like that stop you from liking something. All the things you loved back then are the things you still love now. It's like, that's all. If that makes me weird, I don't know why. It's just, these are the things I've always loved. I loved the Mets when I was a kid. Guess what? I still love the Mets.
Yeah.
Drives me bonkers.
I'm with you. But I think, and I know it's difficult, but I think when we see stuff like that on social media, we need a little sign that just says, don't feed the trolls. Like, don't respond.
Don't say that. The best thing we can do is ignore them.
Yeah. Don't respond. Don't retweet.
That's what they're looking for. I mean,
don't even, like, I know people think they're like, oh, well, I can screenshot it and then say something about it, and that's not really retweeting it, but you're still driving traffic. People are going to go look at that thing. Like, don't do that either.
Yeah.
Like, just ignore it completely and mute that person if it's bothering you so much. I got to tell you, I have found so much, like, serenity and joy on my Twitter account, because anytime I see some crap like that, I mute that person.
Yeah.
And I don't have a bunch of that. In fact, when, like, we were getting ready for the show tonight, Jen asked me if we were going to talk about this, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And I was like, oh, good, never mind. Nothing.
I mean, I was busy today, but I occasionally was on Twitter doing some things, and I didn't see it. So, and then I had to go looking for it, and then I was mad. But
and he's like, I got to rewire this whole setup I have here.
Try something crazy with my sound tonight because I'm so mad.
Long Island Frank suggests grilling hot dogs in the Rome burning section of Spaceship Earth. It's a good idea.
Nice smoky smell to it.
And I believe Tombstone Josh is correct when he said Ratatouille would have been open by now. Justin, can you confirm that? It'd been close, right? Or is it June? Is it June one?
It would have been close.
Yeah, probably been a soft opening by now, I bet.
Yeah, I think we were. So that's one that I'm pretty sure they're going to finish.
Yeah,
I mean, it was so close to being done that I'm pretty sure. So Matt's saying it would be open by now, but for some reason I was thinking June. But I mean, I guess we're almost there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and that stinks. But I don't think Ratatouille is going to get canceled. I think that I am concerned about Space 220 at this point, because it's had issues like all along. And who knows, what about some of the social, like the Play Pavilion? Why is my mom saying Marshmallow?
We were waiting. We were waiting to see what he was.
Oh, she wants to roast marshmallows, guys.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Marshmallows.
All right. We just got to get used to like reading through the like
Yeah.
we try to thread the needle.
You
We
got
get
to decode my mom.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's her mind went to roasting and then marshmallow. It's
Right.
very much like word association with my mom.
Right.
Sometimes.
Understood.
Yeah.
I
She
got
said
you.
something to Jocelyn. I know you've got some votes going on for your My Disney or Our Disney Vacation Your Way going right now.
Mhm.
And for the votes for Monorail Resort are up. And
Yeah.
my mom wants you to stay at the tropical island, I think is what she
I
said to
saw
you.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that means Polynesian.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
would
that
vote for
area
that as
between the Transportation and Ticket Center and the Contemporary. No.
I also don't think it's Discovery Island. I don't think. Although people have tried. I mean, you could camp out on Discovery Island.
Why didn't you try that?
I thought about it.
Yeah.
That's where I always wanted the Lost experience. I wanted a whole Lost experience on Discovery Island.
Jeff is asking Space 220 with two questions. Is that question like you don't know what that is? Coming
winter 220. I mean, I would think that without the electric umbrella over there, that they're gonna try to make that happen. And they were close, weren't they? Close. They
No,
just had
that's
chef
what it
problems.
is. They've had like all kinds of
They need
issues.
a chef, right?
Yeah, they need a chef.
Yeah.
There have been like all kinds of things going on with that restaurant. I'm afraid, especially with like now the big thing is everybody's going to be watching their budget. Like that was going to be a lot of money to get the effects of that restaurant set up.
Yeah.
Are we still going to get the space elevator? I hope so. Bring me back my hydrolator proxy.
That's the real reason why you don't like Nemo and Friends is because you don't have
the hydrolators are gone. I miss those so much. I miss Seabase Alpha. I really do. But anyway, yeah, I'm just thinking there's a chance that either like we get it, but it may not be what we wanted or what we hoped for in Space 220. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. I think we'll still get Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like a fully because it was pretty far along, you know.
After the what's the plan here? What's the plan after the essentials are done for each park? Are we moving on to food, or are we going to need to? Yeah. So people have been asking about like, can we do 5 essential foods? So I'm trying to think about how we'll do that. But yes, I think we will. And I'm thinking what it'll be is like you pick a dish from a restaurant or
a whole meal.
Not a whole meal.
But can it be a whole meal?
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna need the rules, Justin.
What's the easiest way? Because this is going to be off the. This is like we're playing in blue sky at this point. So if we do a essential foods, do you just do a dish? Do you do a restaurant? How do you do it? What do you think? I mean, because people are going to want to vote for things like Dole Whip in the Magic Kingdom, right? That's going to be an essential.
I think a dish would be cool because it's something different.
So yeah, so if you do a dish, you could say like, I need that Greek salad from Cosmic Rays. You know what I mean?
But then I also see where Jim's coming. I think it could be a meal as well as a dish because then it comes to a meal. But
okay, well, okay, it can make it like unbalanced. Like if you go get say you're going to get the waffles, the fruit and ice cream waffle from Sleepy Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really a meal. Does it count the same? You know,
snacks.
we're working this out now, guys.
Essential snacks, and then maybe you can do an essential meal.
Lewis,
a lot to think about. Lewis
saying quick service meal, table service meal, or snack.
All three.
Okay, this is gonna go on for a long time.
We're gonna table it. I'm sorry I brought it up.
No. I didn't mean the discussion. I mean like we'll have to do 4 rounds of quick service meals, 4 rounds of table service, 4 rounds of snack.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll figure it out. I need to think it through. I also have, by the way, I had a little stroke of brilliance today for a game that I'd like to play. And I've just got to put it together. I'm actually going to work on it this week. And I'll be willing. I'm not going to share it because I really think that this idea is so good that people could steal it from me. So I don't want to share it until I've got it all laid out. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with everybody. Little teaser.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Looking forward to it.
I think we should. That might be the next time that you guys need to come on the monorail proper.
Oh,
game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, what's the movie of the week that I always forget in the middle of Saturday afternoon?
Nobody really voted for a new one, so I think we're just gonna call it a day on the movie.
I blame myself.
Yeah, you
It is
should.
your fault.
It's your fault.
And it's Adam's fault, by the way.
It's all good. Well, everything's starting to pick back up now, so I think people are starting to have lives again.
Yeah.
Where's that happening? I should
We
go
got
there.
Hercules yesterday, though, so that was awesome.
Well, I think it's been awesome that you orchestrated and basically gave us something to do on Saturdays when we couldn't get out. And I mean, what can I say? You're amazing, Jocelyn. We love you.
Yeah.
The best.
You guys are all amazing.
We are. You're right.
Exactly.
Catching
Cool.
up on comments.
All right. And the voting will. How many categories for your for the current voting on Twitter do you have coming up here?
This one finishes the resorts, and then we're gonna do some lounges, which is a new thing.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. And then it's funny you guys just talked about breaking up the food that way, because that is how the food will be broke up this time. So it'll be a quick service, and table service, a signature, and a snack. I think is how I have it.
Awesome.
Trying to think what else, but anyway, things like that. There's still a good bit to go, but I gotta get the resorts nailed down so I can make sure I got it all.
Awesome.
Nice.
At Disney Gratitude, replace the E with a number 1 on the Twitter. Do it. What are you waiting for?
Hit the follow.
Yeah. Thank you, Jocelyn.
Thank you, Jocelyn.
Have a good night.
Can't wait to hang out at Animal Kingdom with you.
I know. He's gonna plan it all out with Justin. Ready.
Yay!
Can't wait for that nature walk. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye. Long Island Frank, you making a TikTok? Who are you asking about making a TikTok? Jeff, are you on TikTok? Hold on.
Put a finger down game. Oh no, it's not a put a finger down game. And I don't think you would guess it. I'm not kidding when I say when it struck me today and I actually fleshed out the plan. I texted Landon and I said, I just had a stroke of genius. And I told him what it was, and Landon flipped out because he's like, this is a great idea and it's super nerdy. So perfect.
All right.
Yeah. He's on board. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of maybe it'd be good to do it after we wrap up World Showcase. We're about halfway through now. So
All right. Awesome.
Cool.
we're going to talk Japan next. I guess that's good. We can kind of segue what's coming up on the shows now.
Yeah.
What's coming up for you guys?
Jen, you, me.
You.
This week on Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz, we have a do-it-yourself Disney YouTuber. Erica Terry joins us to talk about incorporating Disney into crafting and all sorts of goods. I believe next Thursday, we got guests lined up.
We do.
So we got 3 episodes lined up, I think. Thursday, was that the 4th of June, we will have a Public Works reunion with 3 members of the Citizens of Hollywood who all played a trio together in the Public Works. So those 2 shows are coming down the pike on Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. But I want to thank everybody for participating here today, whether you participated via the comments or you participated via the call-in on the Podbean. We thank you for your participation here and encourage it even more. Just keep on participating.
Yeah.
Keeps us going and riles us up a lot.
It does, but
especially Justin. Also at Dillo's Diz everywhere. Just follow us.
Yeah.
Just follow us on all the things.
All the things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back next week and be so calm and so zen. I'm gonna watch more of the Zenimation on Disney Plus.
Yes.
I gotta check that out. I meant to do that today and I didn't get to it.
You've got to check it out. It is so good. It was a surprise to me. I had no idea what to expect for it. But basically, it's if you love Disney animation, and who doesn't? We all do. Each episode is based around a theme. So like the first one I think is water. And so it's just clips from your favorite Disney movies from throughout Disney movie history that give you pieces of like water animation, no dialogue. It's just like a calming, like you could light some candles, you could just put it on and just breathe. And that's what I was doing. I was telling Samantha when I was watching it last night or a couple nights ago, she came in, she's like, "What are you watching?" I was like, I'm in a trance. Like it feels, and I said on Twitter, it feels like a massage to the brain. It felt so good. Yeah. So it's in these times, I can't recommend it enough. But yeah, don't forget hashtag find Matt if you're going to Disney Springs.
Yes, for sure.
Epcot starts opening up. Hashtag find Matt, and also
And of course, yeah, go ahead.
Save the Muppets.
Oh yeah, hashtag save the Muppets. And I'll say thanks for calling in, Adam. The Mouse and More podcast.
Yes.
Check it out on all the
platforms. Frank and Lewis have taken your statement that you will be calm next week as a challenge for them. I
will. I'm going to be fine. You guys say whatever you want because we're going to be wrapping it up. We're going to be
on the Animal Kingdom episode.
Because I know that it's going to be. I better I don't know. I'm coming
with the zinc oxide on my nose for that episode next week.
You should. Because I'm going to be a beam of sunshine. No raging. It'll all be good. But yeah,
the water bottle. Be like,
yeah. But we got some fun stuff coming up on Morning Monorail, and also we will be showing up on the Hyperion Adventures podcast. I think this coming Sunday. It may be the next, but watch out for us. Hopefully, you're listening to Tom and Michelle every Sunday. They put on a great show. They've been doing a great job, and we were very honored to be invited on their show. It was awesome to be there, and we're excited for you to hear that. But listen to us every Monday morning on all of your podcast distributors. Monday Morning Monorail podcast.com for all your needs. So that's us. And thank you guys for coming. Frank's right. This is like the most fun thing we do in the middle of the week, hanging out with you guys. Thanks for calling. Thanks for being parts of the chat. You're awesome. I'm not really mad at anybody.
No one's ever actually mad. We play.
We silly. All right.
Have a good week, everyone.
Guys.
See you Thursday. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Deuces.